Welcome, students. Welcome to the first 2 weeks of this course, AP Physics 1. And so glad you're here. So glad you're taking the course. I'm going to insert several videos throughout this course to kind of just give you an overview for the particular chapter. And sometimes the video will talk a little bit about the assignments that you need to accomplish, or it may focus on some of the concepts to help you better understand what's going on. So as you click on a particular week, you'll notice that there are some objectives there that are listed for you and a list of some of the main understandings that you should be able to grasp as you go through this chapter. It's broken into weeks. We're in week 1 right now, and each week is broken into 5 days. You can follow that schedule, but really it's up to you to set your own schedule, create your own pace that works for you. As long as you're finishing by the end date of the course, you should be fine, okay? For each week, there is a task list, and that just lays out the objectives as well as the assignments for you. You can see it here as well as you open up each folder for each day. There will be a list of assignments recommended that you accomplish for that day. For example, day 1 of the week for that particular chapter, there is a reading assignment. You have to read the chapter. It is crucial. And not just read it, but read it carefully. I give you here in this link a number of different approaches you can take to reading a chapter and reading a science book so that you are reading for understanding, for comprehension. There are also some questions here that I want you to be thinking about as you're reading, because we'll come back to those questions later on when you have to do a discussion. Make sure you do all the assignments. For example, early on in this course, I ask you just to tell us a little bit about yourself so that we can get to know you and you can get to know your classmates. For each chapter, there's going to be a problem-solving assignment. So here you're doing chapter 1, problems 1 to 55 odd. You do all those problems on a piece of paper, scan it or take a picture, upload it, submit it, and then when I see that, look over it, I will send you back the solutions. You can make corrections and resubmit it now corrected, and I'll give you full credit then. Okay? Make sure if you have several documents that you zip those together. If you don't know how to do that, there's a link right here that shows you how to zip several documents together into one file so that I can download it. Here you'll notice that in day 2 then, there's another assignment, suggested reading. Throughout the week, there's going to be different activities that you want to do. For example, here in day 3, there's a couple activities that relate to the chapter. Also again in day 4, there's some more activities. And then you'll see in day 5 of the first week of this particular chapter, there's going to be some opportunities for you to give me some feedback on how you're doing. Do you need any help? There's going to be a reading quiz. Did you really read the chapter very well? That's going to see if you did or not. And then there's going to be an opportunity for a discussion. So following up on those discussion questions, there are going to be some prompts and some questions that I want you to answer and dialogue back and forth with your classmates. So as we get into then week 2 of this chapter, each chapter is going to take you about 2 weeks. That's the suggested pace. And again, you'll see the same objectives. And then in day 1, day 2, and so on, usually in the second week of the chapter, there are going to be some videos for you to watch. If you're doing the reading, you'll be fine. The videos are just there to supplement what you're already learning. If you're more of an auditory learner or a visual learner, the videos will be helpful. So I suggest you watch those videos. They are found in day 1, day 2 in this case of this week. And then there's going to be another quiz. I call it a lecture quiz. So you have a reading quiz, a lecture quiz in that chapter. Just again, an opportunity for you to assess yourself to see if you're really picking up the material. And then you'll notice here in day 4, another opportunity for you to tell me if you need any help. And usually day 5 of the second week of that chapter is when you would have the chapter test. So you make sure you take the chapter test, have your supervisor enter in the password for you. You can begin then, and then always make sure you submit in the following assignment right here the work that you did on a piece of paper, because if you don't have any work, no credit. Okay? So that's just a quick summary of week 1 and week 2, and you'll see a similar pattern throughout the course. Every 2 weeks, you're covering a chapter. Every 2 weeks, then you'll have a reading assignment, you'll have a problem solving assignment, you'll have some labs thrown in there, you'll have some video instruction, and then a reading quiz, a lecture quiz, and then a chapter test. Don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me an email or post it in one of the Need Help assignments. I'm always here to help.